track to follow. Thank you very much for being here, everyone. And thank you, Justin. And unfortunately, I don't think Chandler Evie has made it. He's into a lockdown, I understand, at another school, but he has been just a yeoman in putting together this organization of people, and I want to thank you. I also want to thank the people at LSW, the architects who helped build this building, J&L Kelly, R&C Management, and what have you. I know there are representatives out here that have done, over the last 2 years, have done a fantastic job of building this facility. It takes lots of people, including the Evergreen School Board, who approved this about 2 years ago, the first time I met in front of you guys, and I'm just so thrilled to be here. I'd like to recognize my wife, Heather Greene, who is part of this project. My son, Charlie Greene, is here joining us today. Our grandniece, Samantha Greene, who is graduating from the University of Oregon next month. And I'd like to recognize Al Swartz, who came in here from New York, who is an author and a columnist for the Contractor magazine. And he and I have been sharing stories for the last 3 or 4 years about the shortage of skilled trades, which is what prompted me to go from entrepreneurship to go to skilled trades and to actually fund this center. And the deal is that he said, I'll come out if you get the building done. I said, I got the building done, and guess what? He shows up this morning, and I appreciate that. I'd like to give a real shout out to John Gerard. John Gerard is a builder. He's an owner of Quail Homes. He's been a builder in this area for 33 years, a developer and a builder. And if there's anyone more passionate than I about skilled trades training, it's John. About a month ago, John contacted 12 of the districts in Southwest Washington, their CTE directors, principals, and what have you, and they said, we need to bring the trades back to the high schools. And then, along with the BIA, the Building Industry Association of Clark County, he held a dinner for over 100 people at the Heathman Lodge, where we brought in suppliers, builders, developers, and all these school people, and we talked about the importance of skilled trades and returning it to the high schools. And just a big shout out again to you, John. You know, the secret of a good presentation is having a good beginning and a good ending, and having the two as close together as possible. And I'm going to try to do that, but I've retired unsuccessfully 4 times in my life. And it gives me lots of time to read about what's going on in the world. And 2 issues came up that are very important to me, and one was the skilled trade shortage. And as I read more and more about the need for skilled trade workers in this country, I realized that I needed to have a new mission, and that mission was to promote skilled trades. And so we're here to talk about this facility, and there's going to be others coming in Southwest Washington. About 2 years ago, Justin, he moved. I invited Justin out to the house, and we sat down and talked about the possibility of creating a private-public partnership. And I said, if I put some money up front to buy this building, would the school, would the district, would they support the erection of the building? Would they support the interior design of the building? Would they support building the modules that I envision that could be in this building, which are going to be in this building? And would you use the Core Plus curriculum, which has been approved by the state of Washington, to teach the students all about the trades. And I met with the trustees, and they said yes. And so we ordered the building. The building grew in size, twice what I envisioned, but anyway, that's what we have supplied this building, and the school district has supplied the construction of the building and all that's going on inside. My vision was that we would build 10 or 12 different modules, and that's what these 8x8 modules are out here. We would teach things like carpentry, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, sheetrocking, and move the product down to the end of the building, which is why that door is there. And we would build a 300 square foot tiny home using all those skill sets. And when Derek Hugel, who's back there, said, I'd like to be a part of this. And so Derek has provided us with some of the blueprints, some of the planning to do the production flow down to the end of the building so that we can build a 300 square foot tiny home at the end of the sessions. This is fantastic. And the idea was, okay, we will build that home, we will sell it to the public, we'll make some money, and we'll reinvest it in the next home. Go down the line. And Derek said, what if people don't want to buy that home? And Derek said, oh, I'll buy that home. I have a 100-home backlog right now, so I'll be glad to buy it. And 2 weeks ago, I just learned that the Vancouver Housing Authority said that they would step up and purchase any homes that were built here at this high school. So that is just fantastic. So this private-public partnership is very important to me, and I hope that resonates with some of you people that are out here. We need the private industry to come in and help build, not only in this school district, but in the other school districts. We need to build skilled trade centers. I see a bunch of students out here, and if I could take a second just to address you guys. The opportunities are here, and you spoke to it perfectly, both of you guys. This is a career that probably you haven't looked at too carefully, so I hope you'll listen up a little bit, because I'm all about statistics. And right now, there's between 800,000 and 1 million worker shortage in the skilled trades industry. 800,000 to 1 million. Our government has just decided to pass a bill to spend $1.8 trillion on the infrastructure in this country. We need to rebuild our roads, our bridges, our dams, our ports, our railway systems, water systems, and it's going to take millions more workers to do that. And then we've got the infrastructure for the electric grid that's going to support the new electric car revolution. We need desalination plants in the country. We need solar farms. So there's great job opportunities there. And then on the top of all that, we're short 6.5 million residential homes in this country. 6.5 million residential homes. 140,000 just in the state of Washington alone. 100,000 in Oregon. 1.5 million in the state of California. The opportunities are endless in the trades. And you want to know if you can make any money? Well, let me tell you, all these developers and builders out here would probably start you out at $25 to $30 an hour if you just show up and be willing to learn something. In a couple of years, you could be making $60 to $75 an hour. So we're talking about an annual income of somewhere around $75,000 to $100,000 a year. Those are not numbers to be sneezed at. So take a hard look at learning the trade. And even if you only learn just a little bit of a few of the trades, you'll never forget it. You'll always use it. By 2025, the last number that I saw published was that we are in need of 1.5 million skilled trade workers just in the construction industry just in the construction industry. That's not to mention all the other infrastructure that's required in this country. So it's a pretty big deal. How big is this issue? Companies like Lowe's and Home Depot have both committed $50 million each for skilled trades training. $50 million each. Black & Decker, $25 million. And Harbor Freight, millions more. And I don't know where Bill Culver is, but last year, Bill Culver was awarded $100,000 grant, which he put into this facility. And thank you, Bill, wherever you're at. That's a pretty nice thing. And Bill's been here 40 years, and he's going to be retiring next year, but I hope he'll come back and impart all this knowledge to the students. As I said, we are hoping to continue to promote skilled trades. As a matter of fact, we have made a commitment that we will fund the steel building for the Ridgefield School District. The building is on order, and it will be erected sometime in the fall of this year, and maybe it'll be open by December or January of the following year. So follow the lead, if you will, please. You people out there in this industry, we need your help. And John Gerard has started a foundation, the BFF, the Building Futures Foundation, and we'll be glad to take all the money that you'd like to part with so that we can, so that we can do that.